Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to VlogMas, day number 4. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today, we will be opening our 3 Advents and hopefully doing a brief discussion of our November non-scale victories. Hey, Mama, I see that you're here. Happy VlogMas to you. Day 4, uninterrupted VlogMas. Way to go, Misty. So yesterday I went on my walk and then I did Vlogmas and then my stomach decided that it hated me again. So I'm feeling better this evening, but it's been sort of a rough last 24 hours. Hey Lori, thanks for being here. Hello Mary. Hope you're feeling better as well, Mary. Hey Jess, thanks for joining the live stream. I appreciate having you here. So, it's one of those things again. I don't know if I'm sick or if it's just that time of the month where my stomach decides it's time. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be here for as long as we can, and we're going to do these Advents. Hello, Carol. Thank you for joining the live stream. Happy Vlogmas. So we are going to start with our Lego Star Wars Advent as always. If you're new here, I have 3 different Advent calendars. I have the Lego Star Wars, I have Choc Zero Santas, and I have cheese from Sam's Club, which is waiting for us in the refrigerator right now. So we're going to start with Lego because that depends on how everything else goes for the day as far as how long everything else takes. So far, we've had 2 ships in the first 2 days. And a stormtrooper person. Can that influence how you vote? It can. Should it? That's up to you. Oh, he doesn't want to stand up. Maybe if we point his gun up. There we go. We have that little raptor looking one. So that's what we have so far. Lego Advent Star Wars Edition from 2019. It's new to me, so hopefully it's new to you. What I would like for you to do is put in your guess. What do you think we're going to get today? Do you think we're going to get another ship? Do you think we're going to get another person? You think we're going to get a building of some type or something miscellaneous, gun related a lot of the times? All of the figures are on the box, but I try to not really look at them to eliminate spoilers for myself. Let's see. Mom's already voting building. Jess is going miscellaneous. Mary's going miscellaneous. Lori's going miscellaneous. I feel like I told y'all what I was thinking. Did I say it out loud? Because I was certainly going to vote miscellaneous. And now I feel like everybody else has voted it. And I feel bad for y'all. Because I'm normally wrong. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Let's find door number 4. Door number 4, super easy. It's way up here at the top. Let's just get right into it. We're going to open it up. We're going to see if we can show y'all what it is. Maybe, hopefully you can see it. Did you win? Are you a winner? Are we winners? Is it some type of miscellaneous gun thing? I believe it is. I believe we did it. Everybody who guessed that. Sorry, Mama. But I'm pretty sure this would be some type of miscellaneous gun thing. Let's see how quickly we can put this together. It's like 2 white pieces and a bunch of black pieces, but I don't think it should be too hard because essentially there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different pieces. But you'd be surprised how quickly I can screw one of these things up. All right, so this goes here, and then that goes on top of it. And then we have the little blaster with the circle ring on back. Which way is the back? This way. And then, I don't know what that is, but whatever that is, it's on the back of it. And then we have another piece, which can also at some point be a lightsaber. And it looks like we have, oh boy, Tasharia, she here. Looks like we have extra pieces again. So this is it. This is our little I'll come show y'all closer when I go grab the cheese and move y'all. But So it looks like today we have 3 extra pieces. Oh no, we have a lightsaber piece, a little mouse droid looking piece, but it's not a mouse droid, and then this little circular end piece. So for everybody who guessed miscellaneous, woohoo, we did it. We guessed right. I was right yesterday with a stormtrooper. You are correct. Sometimes I'm a winner. I mean, I was 5 for 9, so now I'm 6 for 10. Look at it. Look at me go on VlogMas. I'm having a stellar year. All right, let's go ahead and we'll move these out of the way for the moment so that we don't get distracted trying to put them away for y'all right now. We will go grab the cheese and we will move the camera a little closer and then we'll get to that. So if you want to go ahead and start putting in your guesses to give y'all something to do since I didn't start a topic yet. Next up is our Choc Zero Santas. There are 4 Santas, which are hard to see right now. Red, silver, gold, and green. So far we have gotten red, gold, and green. So, I mean, I feel like I got to go silver. What are y'all guessing? I'm going to go get the cheese, but y'all guess on the chocolate. What color Santa do you think we're going to get? All right, we're grabbing cheese. We're going to move y'all closer. How's that feel for everybody? I think that looks good. Let's show y'all the little gun up close. Maybe if I try that with a Santa, it'll show. What do y'all think? Probably not. Mom is also guessing silver. Mary is guessing red. Yeah. Is Mary trying to trick us? Because Mary has the same advent, and evidently this year they are identical. In the years past, when they did the shapes, all the Choc Zero chocolates, everybody's would be different. Like you never knew what combinations you were going to get. There were just a bunch of shapes, and it felt like they threw them in. Sometimes you'd get the same shape like 3 out of 4 days in a row, but then you wouldn't see it again in the calendar. So it was kind of fun like that. But you can go with Mary if you'd like, because she may be tricking us, but she may be just telling us the straight up truth. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and find it. Day number 4. Did I say that I'm guessing silver? I believe I did. Day number 4, also in the top row. Very easy for us so far today. Let's get it started. Okay, day number 4. Can you see it? Is it silver? I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I might have had the flap too far in the way. I'm sorry. Are y'all having fun? I'm having fun. Welcome to an earlier Vlogmas. Oh no, we can't get Santa out of the package. Come on, Santa, get out of there. What are you doing? Stuck. It's really hard to get them out when you can't see what you're doing. Okay, I don't think I maybe had that box open enough. It's red. We should have gone with Mary. Dadgummit, she wasn't tricking us. So it's another red Santa Claus. I'm going to stand up and move closer and see if I can't give y'all a look at him so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. How now I can't see. Why won't the Santa Claus show up? There you can kind of see him. But he looks more like a gnome. You know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to try to remember. Let me not say tomorrow. Let me say, at some point in this Vlogmas, I'm going to try to remember to show y'all the gnome that I have, because I swear the Santa looks like the gnome, except for he does have just the small top of the hat. I assume there's supposed to be a ball somewhere, but throws me off that it's not there. Anyway, chocolate. Did you win? I think only Mary won, huh? Yep. You're a ringer. I know, Mary. Dang it. Always go with Mary. Yeah, he's real cute. He just I don't know, he feels more like a gnome than Santa to me. Is Santa a gnome? I don't think so. It's still so good every time. Y'all are going to get tired of me saying that, but I'm not going to get tired of eating this chocolate and telling y'all. But for tonight's topic, before we get to non-scale victories, your VlogMas topic, I'd like to know, what is the favorite gift you ever received? Preferably when you were younger, just because I think that's kind of fun. And that's kind of what I was thinking about today, was what was my favorite like Christmas present when I was growing up. So I thought maybe we could chat about that this evening. Lori says, it makes you laugh every time you say he looks like a gnome. He does look like a gnome. Save some chocolate for the cheese. Oh, right. Save chocolate for the cheese. Thanks, Lori. Save chocolate for the cheese. You know what? I'm going to go get that. Hold on just a second. We're going to go, y'all chat amongst yourself about what was your favorite Christmas present, preferably growing up, just because we're all a little bit older. And I think it's fun to look back and see like what kind of stuff we got and what kind of stuff we got excited about. I'm going to be back in like 30 seconds. He's on one of my shelves, but I know it's hard to see what's on my shelves. Here's my gnome. Doesn't he look just like the Santa? I know you can't see his head no more. He looked just like the Santa, except for like his hat looks like this. Because there's no ball on it. Anyway, that made me feel better. Probably not y'all. Save the chocolate for the cheese. So last up for Advent, as you're starting to think of what your favorite gift was as a child, we're going to do our last Advent calendar, which is the European cheese calendar from Sam's Club. You have multiple cheeses you can choose from. I just go by general class. So cheddar, Gouda, there's several different types of those. Edam, which is the cheese that I'm going to go for tonight. I want the cheese that's made backwards tonight. And then you have, I don't know how to say that, Gloucester and Leicester. Spiced apple cheddar. Spiced apple cheddar, I don't believe is a choice. There's a spicy cheddar. Oh, no, there is a spiced apple cheddar. Spiced apple cheddar. Mom is also going the cheese that's made backwards. You also got spiced apple cheddar. Well, we've been in sync then, so Mama, we should have guessed spiced apple cheddar. I didn't even remember that being. Now I do kind of remember that because I didn't know about apples and cheese, but then I thought apples and cheese was good, so it'd probably be good. So maybe we will get that. That does sound good. It wasn't on the top row this time. And then I thought I found it, but I didn't. All right, door number 4, cheese. I'm still guessing Edam, even though it's probably going to be spiced apple cheddar, because mine seems to be kind of in sync with the Aldi one, which I think may be where Lindy over at Paleo Barbie got hers too. I don't know. I thought it was Costco, but it may have been Aldi. Is it like a, I can't remember what hers is called, like a world seller. It's like blue, and it had a wine pairing when that went with it. Anyway, can we open this? Oh no, which cheese is it supposed to be? Oh, it kind of got messed up a little bit, but it's supposed to be this cheese for sure. Can you see it? Is it in focus? Is it showing you the name in my upside down? Definitely doesn't look like. Oh, it's pesto Gouda. Okay, so at first, well, now we know mine isn't as in line with the Sam's Club one as we thought. And now I'm kind of excited about apple cheddar, especially since it's spiced. I just don't know about spiced apple. I mean, not that I don't mind apple cider, but anyway, whatever, it's fine. So pesto Gouda. I was worried about this. We've talked about it before. because I was worried about pesto because it has a lot of basil and too much basil could be bad. But Cheryl said it's kind of like pizza. Yeah, I know your advent calendar is different than mine, but you also had like a smoked Gouda when I had a smoked cheddar. You had a something else when I had a something else. I don't remember now what any of them were. My memory, guys, is shot. It's fun though. We're not going to worry about it too much, but we are going to open this pesto. My mouth started watering a little bit. That it's not because of the cheese, it's that chocolate just is so good. It makes my mouth water. It's got some big red chunks and some flakes of stuff in it. Can y'all see that? So it's very flavored or seasoned or whatever it is. And it's a Gouda. Nobody guessed Gouda. We were all losers on the cheese tonight. You're winners in my heart, but you're losers on the cheese. So now I'm what, 6 for 12? I'm still at 50%. It is that pesto? It tastes like pizza cheese. It tastes like if you took the top layer of cheese off of a cheese pizza and let it harden a little bit. I think it'll go very nicely with the chocolate though. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's like eating a cheese pizza without the crust. It's like a keto pizza in a cheese. That chocolate is so good. I enjoy their every night when I have their chocolate, which I don't have it every night, but I have it a lot of nights. Whenever I have it, I'm always, it's just every night I'm like, this is so good. All right. Let's get to favorite presents. Oh, which only Lori has currently responded to. Or did I miss some? Hold on, let me back up. Yeah, no, just Lori. Hold on, let me eat this last piece of cheese. Then we'll talk about that for a minute. If you need to do a favorite gift as an adult, you can. I'm also always intrigued how Santa does things differently at every house. Because sometimes Santa leaves all the presents. Sometimes Santa just leaves one present and the parents buy more presents. Our parents gave us presents on Christmas Eve and then Christmas night, but all of our presents on Christmas morning were from Santa. So, oh, hey, Coach is here. Welcome to VlogMas, Kirsten. We appreciate you being here. You missed all the Advent. I'm sorry, but it was delicious. We got a gun, a red Santa, and a pesto cheese, which really just tasted like pizza. So delicious. But now we are talking about our favorite Christmas presents that we received as a child, preferably was what I was kind of looking for. And Lori kind of hit one. Was her favorite present was a Cabbage Patch doll with lots of extra clothes. I remember when the Cabbage Patch dolls were so popular, and I got one not for Christmas that year, but I think it was the next year on my brother's birthday. My aunt, I guess, had finally found one, and she bought me a Cabbage Patch doll. So, like, I got a gift on my brother's birthday, and it was a Cabbage Patch doll. So, yeah, I do remember those. I mean, I've heard there were like fights in stores, and parents got like real serious about them Cabbage Patch doll kids. But it's also kind of funny because it was one of my favorite gifts as a kid, but it was sort of a regift in a way, and I'll explain. So Maybe I'll bring her out one day too. So my mom had a doll when she was growing up, an old Thumbelina doll. So when I was a baby, she gave it to me, and I took that Thumbelina doll everywhere. I call her Thumbs. So for those of you who've heard me talk about Thumbs, I took Thumbs everywhere, and I slept with her into adulthood. But the way I would sleep with her is I would have her head between my index and thumb, and then I would have one of her arms sticking out between my index and middle finger, and I would just squeeze that finger as like a security safety measure. I don't know. I would just squeeze it and squeeze it. I would squeeze her whole body, but especially most of the force was on those two fingers, and her arm popped off, and I was very sad. And then right before Christmas, she was gone. And I was very sad that she was gone. There was other things that had happened too. And so on Christmas morning, I got a brand new bicycle, which the bicycle was super cool. It was the first bike I ever rode without training wheels, but it had a little basket on the front. And even then, typically it's like, I was probably 4 or 5 years old, Mom. But Thumbs was in the basket. Mrs. Claus had fixed her up, aka Uncle Cecil. So getting her back was one of my favorite gifts, and it made that bike even more special. And then, of course, it was the first bike that I rode. I also had this really cool yellow bike, but that first one that I ended up riding without training wheels and that was able to give Thumbs back to me was a very good gift, just because of all of the story that went along with it. Which is kind of like the other one. The other one that, I mean, I got a lot of good gifts over the years, of course, whatever I asked for, pretty much. We never did ask for much, but I remember one gift I thought I wasn't going to get. I had asked for a Bible, and I wanted one with the New King James Version and then a more updated version side by side, so I could read both, so I could see what the pastor was reading, and then I could read it in more of a language that I could also understand at the time. And then, because the King James Version is not a language that we normally speak, right? So I had asked for it. I wanted it black leather with my name in gold on the bottom. And I thought I wasn't getting it. Like, things had happened, and I just thought I wasn't going to get that gift. And then I did. And I had that Bible for a really long time. So when you expect things, and then you're like, okay, I'm not going to get that. That's fine. But then, fate steps in and you get it. And so those were two really good gifts. I got so many good gifts. I mean, the banana bicycle was really cool. It was yellow. Everything was yellow. The wheels were yellow. The seat was yellow. I loved my desk that I got, even though it was kind of a passed down gift. I didn't know or care at the time. I wanted a desk and I got one. Mary says she got a faux fur coat when you were 5 or 6. Your sister also got one. You wore them in the Texas heat because you thought they were beautiful. That's lovely. I love that. I remember being so excited about, I think it was 4th grade. It wasn't for Christmas, but I got a corduroy jacket and pants. Brown. Ugly. Man, I love that suit. I thought that thing was so cool. Cause all them little pleats on the corduroy. What were we thinking? We thought they were so cool. So cool when you had corduroy in the mid 80s. Oh boy. You remembered getting flavored lip glosses? Kirsten says soda pop, strawberry, bubblegum. Oh, yeah. Flavored lip glosses were really good. I love flavored lip glosses. It's sort of genius, right? Because one, they say if you put lip gloss on your lips, it kind of stops your lips from creating its own natural moisture. So you kind of need more. But I mean, just think, when you were a kid, you put that on. What's the first thing you also did? Lick it right back off. And then you'd be licking your lips, which chap your lips, which means you need more. I mean, it's a perfect marketing scheme. I love it. And all of my lip balms are flavored still to this day. Normally cherry. I like cherry. Although I do like the Burt's Bees stuff. But I normally get the honey just because it's fun. But yeah, those are fun. We always got fun stuff in our stockings, so, which is also something people do different. Some people get gifts in stockings. Some people get fruit in stockings. Some people, everybody does it different. Sometimes the stockings are from Santa. Sometimes they're from the parents. Everybody does them different. So, but we always did get a stocking as well. And it would be filled with different candies and one of those Lifesaver books. Y'all remember them Lifesaver books? Do they still have those? I feel like I haven't seen those. I mean, that was so exciting. You got like 10 rolls of Lifesavers. Are you kidding me? That was a good time. Anyway, so yeah, so that's just some fun, different Christmas presents. I appreciate those of you who shared what you got when you were growing up. I just think it's fun to look back on all the, what the craze was, what you were really excited for. And then a lot of the times when you look back, it was something that for most people would be very simple, like a Bible and a baby doll. But they do still have them, Mary? Okay, cool. I mean, I wouldn't get them now these days, obviously, but like I haven't even seen them. And so many people do Advent calendars now. There's so many fun ways to do Advent. I even have the girls and the laundry all have an Advent calendar that they get to do every day. Although I was super late this year in getting it to them because my memory is bad. But Kaylee's is actually late, but Alondria and Natalie got hers on time. So they get to do their own Advent too. I love that some of y'all do Advent calendars, even if you don't do them online. I still think it's kind of just a fun way to, remember and count down and things like that. So to end the night, I wanted to talk because it is the first Monday of the month. And normally, according to my normal live stream schedule, on the first Monday of the month, we talk about non-scale victories. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the VlogMas portion of this. And I thought we would talk a little bit about our November non-scale victories. So if you're new here, or if you've never heard of that before, a non-scale victory is a victory of something that you did or successful in the month of November that has nothing to do with how much the scale says that you weigh today. I think they're important because the scale does fluctuate and it's so much more often about how you feel. I have my wonderful group of ladies, the Fab Squad, which, I mean, it's it's my family. It's my mom, my aunt, my sister, my cousin's mother-in-law. So technically they're all my family, but they're my Fab Squad. But I was asking them how they were feeling, and my cousin's mother-in-law was telling me that she hasn't actually lost any weight, but that her clothes are fitting different, which is exactly why you don't want to use the number on the scale as the only way to say if you're being successful in your expedition of a healthier lifestyle. Because sometimes that doesn't come with weight loss. If you're just doing a weight loss lifestyle, that's one thing. But if you turn that weight loss into trying to live in your healthiest life, then it starts to look a little bit different. The scale can still be encouraging or discouraging for people at times. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tracking it and knowing what you weigh and, working on getting to a point where you feel comfortable. But it's also important to think of all the things that don't have anything to do with that you were successful in. Like, are your clothes fitting differently? Have you been consistently doing something all month long? Did you set a goal for the month of November that you reached? So if you'd like to share what your non-scale victories for the month of November are, I would appreciate it. And I, of course, will share a few of mine. And I guess I shared Carol's without her permission. But I mean, that's the whole point. I haven't dropped weight, but I look different. Okay, so you're doing things. How do you feel? They all said they felt better. They felt like they had more energy. They were able to lift more heavier weights while they were doing the activities. Oh, Carol said she got roller skates and was so proud, like actual roller skates, like 4-wheel roller skates, like old school roller skates. Because some people will say roller skates and mean roller blades. And to me, those are two totally different things. Roller blades are scary. They don't feel as scary now because I'm not as scared of falling down anymore. Now that I kind of think about it, I'm like, it'd be kind of fun to try. I have a pair of roller skates. They are so tight on my feet, though. I don't think I could wear them for more than like 2 minutes. Like, why are they this narrow? Can anybody explain that to me? Why, like ballet slippers, get it. Toe shoes, flat. Got it. No problem. Roller skates. Why are they only this wide? What is up with that? Anyway, I tried to put my foot in it and my foot fit, but it hurt so bad. I felt like, have you seen those old pictures of like where they just tighten their feet to make them as small as they can, and then like their arch is huge and their feet are, that's how I felt in them roller skates, just because it was, anyway, that's very exciting for you. I went way off on a tangent of my own. I apologize. I guess I felt some type of way about that, obviously. I kind of wanted to try it, Carol, a little bit. Have you tried them yet? Oh, that was your favorite gift. I just now got it. You were saying that was your favorite gift when you were little. I don't know when I got my roller skates. It wasn't for Christmas, I don't think. But Kirsten says she loves the Go Fab Squad. So proud of them and their amazing coach. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. They didn't have an amazing coach this weekend, though, because she got real sick last night and did not give them a new workout. But luckily, they have lots to choose from. So they were going freestyle, Coach. Sometimes it's worse when you go freestyle, or if you have a coach that goes freestyle, especially. Maybe if you're going freestyle on your own, it's not so bad. No non-scale victory this month. I don't believe it. I don't believe that that's true. How many cake balls did you make? And did you feel better and able to do it easier than you could in the past? Because I believe, my friend, that's what we call a non-scale victory. My non-scale victories for the month. I hadn't actually really thought about it that much. But one thing that I have been working on the last few weeks, and I had been doing well, but not as good as I wanted, was water. I don't drink enough water. I love to drink fluids, but I don't drink enough just straight water. And it's not that I feel like I'm dehydrated or anything like that, but I do get more dehydrated in the winter. And so recently I was finding that I was feeling a little bit more dehydrated. I could tell my body wasn't functioning as well. So I've been trying to fit in more water. And then recently what I had been thinking about and started to try was, because I've tried everything, right? I've tried water, regular room temperature water out of a bottle, regular room temperature water out of a cup, regular room temperature water in a big jar, with a straw, without a straw. It's like, I tried all of the ways to do with ice, without ice. And I tried like all the combinations, and I'm just like, I never really, it just, not. So then, and I don't know what made me think about it, except for the fact that I was real thirsty, but I was kind of in a hurry. So I just grabbed one of my little cups, poured it full of water, chugged it, and then left. And then I was like, well, I can chug some little glasses of water. I mean, it's like 8 swallows or something like that. Maybe more than that. But what if I just take a little cup and refill it over and over and over again? I initially shied away from that because I thought, if I have to continuously get up to refill my cup, I'm not going to refill my cup. And so I just won't have the water. And I drink water better when it's more easily available. I have come to find out that's untrue for me. Even if it's sitting right there, if it's in a big old cup, it's heavy and I don't want to lift it. I like light, soft things. That's what I like. Those are the things that I enjoy. I don't like heavy. I don't like hard. It's like, so I got a little tiny cup, and now I fill it and I chug it, and then I come back and I do it again and again. And it gives me the byproduct of, I can get up to go get the water because I'm thirsty and I want water. Or I'll just be walking through and I'll be like, oh, I hadn't had a glass of water. So I do a glass of water. I normally also do like 5 or 10 counter push-ups just as an added throw in. Whenever I do water, I try to do something else that's good for me to make me continue to want to get the water. So that's what I've been doing. So my non-scale victories, I've gotten much better with water consumption, and I think I'm going to do even better this month because I've been doing really well with water the last couple of days over the weekend, especially today since I didn't feel good. I kept feeling like I kept having to rehydrate myself, so I've had several little glasses of water today. But so many people are dehydrated, and you think you're hungry, or you think you're tired, or your head hurts, and really what you need is water. And we talk about it all the time, but it really is that important. And I'm still just as guilty as everybody else of not always getting enough in. So figure out a method that works for you. And if it just means that you start by chugging some tiny glasses until maybe you get a taste for I don't know if it's that I don't have a taste for it, if it's that I don't have the mental, if it's the physical part of the lifting that the tiny thing works better. I don't know. She made about 50,000 cake balls. That sounds pretty accurate, Mary. Sadly, the money doesn't reflect that. Well, or the money you had to spend, I suppose. But the money you had to spend may reflect that, actually. They can be not the cheapest. Oh, that's right. Look at this. You completed a burpee challenge, Mary. That's true, Coach. I never add in that I completed your challenge every month as one of my non-scale victories, but technically it is. This month we're doing kettlebells. We're doing rounds of kettlebells. We did 2 rounds of 30 today. And when I tell you, it's going to be a forearm workout because in the second round of 30, I'm using, so if you haven't been here, I'm nursing an injury to my left shoulder, so I'm not using weights on that hand for most of the time. But I have decided on the kettlebell swing, since it's not, I mean, you use your arm, but it's not a shoulder exercise, and you don't go above your shoulders anyway, which is really what I'm supposed to be limiting more than anything else. So I use a 25-pound kettlebell on my right arm, and then I switch to a 15-pound, and I do double arm for my left arm set. So my left arm gets some of the motion and movement, but doesn't have to carry too much weight because I'm listening to what the doctor says, but also keeping my body moving and keeping my shoulder and everything moving, and just being thoughtful and reasonable about it, right? But boy, on that second set of 30 with that 25-pound kettlebell, it wasn't that the swing itself was hard, but the grip of the kettlebell. I'm gonna have some massive forearms. You can't really show that, I guess, but or I'm gonna have the massive whatever this is called. Remember that video from a long time ago when I was learning all my body parts, and I still don't know what this part is, but I remember one day Coach made it hurt. That wasn't the case today. It was total forearm. Anyway, so added byproduct of the kettlebell swings challenge is forearm. Who knew? You think you're working one thing and everything's actually involved. Oh, wait, some more people came in. Oh, Carol, they hooked to your shoes. I remember, did they have one of them keys? Because that really makes me want to sing the song. But y'all know what song I'm talking about? I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. I don't have a key though. Just FYI, I was just singing a little song. Hey, Cindy, thanks for joining. Jen is here. Hey, Jen, thanks for joining in and stopping by the chat. Mary also did not do good in November. Gina's here. What did you miss? You missed it all. You are correct, Gina. Unfortunately, you missed a gun for the Lego, a red Santa, and a pesto cheese. Pesto Gouda. They were all delicious. I got the gun right. That was it. That was all that I got right tonight. So I'm currently 6 of 12, which is still 50%. You're the worst, but I love you. You stop talking to yourself like that. Mary, I'm talking to you. You listening? Stop talking to yourself like that. She's also the one with her arms out, like grunting, like she can't do it anymore. I'm like, don't you dare put them arms down. And did you? No. Were you fine? Yes. You're okay. You completed the challenge. It's okay to accept it. Sometimes we don't do all that we wanted to do, and then looking back, like, I probably could have done more, but you didn't, and you moved forward, and you did what you did every day, and you did it every day. So that's consistency. Anyway, I'm proud of you. I think it's great. Coach agrees. You're doing great. I was doing modified burpees at the end. I started out with regular burpees. Did I complete the challenge? Yes, I did. You did. You finally got your pew, 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 and you weren't here to see it. I'm sorry. That's why I showed it to you, because I knew you would like the week out of gun finally. We finally got a miscellaneous. Hey, you know what, y'all? This is totally random, and it has nothing to do with non-scale victories. Well, it's kind of a non-scale victory. Not really. My mom has started doing sourdough a new way, and it is so much simpler than the way that I learned. No shade to the way that I learned is how like 95% of the people do it in a super hot, boiling hot Dutch oven. And we just started from cold, let it preheat and go up. Anyway, would y'all like to see my loaf from today and cut into it? Because I kind of want to see what it looks like and then bag it up because it's for someone. But I always cut it for her, so I know she wouldn't care if I cut it. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see what the crumb of the new sourdough looks like? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are doing great. I'm going to think that y'all want to see the sourdough because I'm going to get it anyway because I want to see it. And we still have a few minutes left before my meeting starts. And I already warned y'all that Monday may go a little bit longer. So let's do it. Let's look at sourdough. It's right over here on the counter. Look at this beautiful thing. Look, you can even see my wheat design on it this time. Nice. My other score, I did not go as deep because it's a long story short that nobody cares. So it spread out a little bit. But I had done this wheat design, and then I was going to do another one on this side and be like, that'd be so fun to have like two little wheat designs on it. And then I realized that doesn't give it a place to expand. And if you don't give your sourdough a place to expand, it will just find its own place. And with my luck, it would be right through the little beautiful wheat that I made. So I decided to make a cut. And then I realized I probably should have anyway, it's fine. It looks great. It smells even better. And yes, y'all want to see it. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, I know, right? It's very pretty, Mom. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you giving me the new method because it's allowed me to do it more frequently than I wanted to. Also, something that y'all may not really know or get, but Mama probably has heard this, and maybe y'all can see it. But can y'all see on here how there's all these little blisters? That means your bread was proofed perfectly. Ruth is doing so good. So for those of you who haven't been here, I started making sourdough in July because one of my friends on the Fit Squad, Lisa, taught me how. Great teacher. And I made a lot of beautiful loaves with her method, which is very similar. Just she does what everybody else does, which is put the Dutch oven in, you get it boiling hot, 500 degrees. Then you put in your bread. Then you put the bread in the oven. And in this method, you just put the bread in it. You put it in the oven, then you turn the oven on. I kept messaging my mom, like, are you sure? Like, am I supposed to do I count it from when it started or from when it preheated? Or she's like, just turn it on and wait 40 minutes, Misty. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, Mom, I got blisters. I got a lot of them too. I've been working really hard on paying attention to when my dough has proofed and making sure that when I'm doing my stretch and folds, which is for this artisanal type of loaf, which is the one that I like to make right now. My mom makes biscuits and muffins and all kinds of stuff. I have made crackers, Mom. I don't know if I told you, but I did make some discard crackers. I think I'm going to make discard pancakes next. Or I saw discard flatbread, which may be fun too, and then make like a pizza. We'll see. Anyway, let's cut into it. Because it feels so light and airy, I'm excited to see the inside of this one. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, look at that. It's got some nice big holes in it. It's a non-scale victory for November. I'm getting good at sourdough. They're more than edible. They're actually decent loaves. They're starting to look pretty. I'm starting to understand the process. Here's the thing, though, is this isn't related to anything except for sourdough, and none of y'all care probably, but my mom and I like to talk about it. But one thing that I want people to know, because a lot of people hear me talk about it or see me do it, and they're like, oh, well, that's so fun. I wish I could do it. I think, it's so forgiving. Like, you'll see people who are like, you have to have a scale and you have to weigh it out and you have to have these baker's proportions. And then you see all these homesteaders, because I've been watching YouTube videos over the last several months, and they're just like, I just throw it in until I get a texture I like. So it's like, people are like, you need a boiling hot Dutch oven. But this is bread that came into the oven in a cold Dutch oven. So that's not true. You don't need that. The bottom is also beautiful. Look how beautiful and brown that is. They're like, you need to put it in the hot Dutch oven so that it'll sear that, and it'll, maybe, is it half an inch less tall and more wide? Maybe. But did I risk burning myself through most of the process? No, because that's the hardest part of the process, is getting the bread into a really hot Dutch oven without burning yourself. Anyway, so if you're interested, it's really pretty easy. And I'm pretty sure Mama has gotten her dehydration method down. So, maybe one day we can be shipping some starter. Y'all can have, you could be making your own little baby Ruths. We can have baby Ruths all over the world, just farting, turning into fart heads and making bread. So anyway, that looks really good. I'm proud of that. I'm going to keep a quarter of this loaf all for myself. The only thing I don't kind of like about it, though, to be honest, sometimes is the big holes are nice and they're what you're looking for because it makes the bread consistency great. But also the butter leaks through, and it's kind of messy. Or if you make like a pimento cheese sandwich out of them. Oh, and I put some of that black cherry jelly from Choc Zero. Oh, so good. A little butter, a little jelly. That's what I had this weekend. It was so good. I had it for lunch, though, I think. So I didn't have it for breakfast. Anyway, that's what I have. So sourdough loaves, non-scale victory. Getting it done, learning a lot, enjoying it, being able to give it to people that I love to help them out. Especially during the holiday season. I think it's super fun. But yeah, if you're ever interested in trying, I say give it a go. Even if you get your starter from, a local bakery or from King Arthur online or wherever, or do like I did and my mama did and make your own from scratch. My mom had a much harder time with that process than I did, but I think it's because I originally started with a King Arthur starter, which it failed, but I think I then had more yeast in the air, and some of it comes from the bread itself. I could talk about sourdough all day now, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to wrap this up so that I can get prepped for my meeting tonight to close out the rest of my day. But I do appreciate you all being here. Let me just make sure. Oh, the strawberry jam tasted fancy. That cherry jam was really good. I did not mean to get 2 jars. I'm glad that I did. I mean, it can be used on, I actually put some in yogurt last night, some vanilla yogurt, and then I put some of that cherry. Oh, it's good. I used the honey for that too, FYI. That's a good tip. Thanks. I'm not sure which one of the tip. Did I give multiple tips? I'm not sure, but you're welcome. Just know that it's very forgiving. People are like, I don't want to do sourdough. It's too hard. It's probably because we make it too hard, like a lot of things. So don't make it too hard. Try to make it simple. And if you want a nice, easy way to do it, let me know. I'll be happy to share. Maybe I'll do a video on it one day. Maybe I'll do a video the first time I did it and what a chaotic, hot mess that was versus how easy it is and simple for me now. So maybe we'll put that out there because I do have a video of the first time I made bread in like July. and it's super funny, but it hasn't gotten posted. Oh, the cold Dutch oven, right? It's great. So I put it in a cold Dutch oven, 475 for 40 minutes, turned it down to 425. For me, it takes about another 15 minutes. I think my mom said like 10 to 12 for her, but mine takes normally about 15 minutes. And you could even bake it more than this, but I go for the temperature of like 209, 210 internally to make sure that the bread is baked all the way through. But some people like to get it real dark, or they'll use a whole wheat to make it darker. This is just bread flour and all-purpose flour mix because I ran out of bread flour. I was like 50 grams short of bread flour. So I used 50 grams of all-purpose. You can make it out of all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour makes a nice bread loaf as well. Just whatever you can get your hands on. Salt and water. That's all you need. So anyway, enough about sourdough. I'm going to let y'all go. Oh, I get it, Cindy. Bread is not for everyone, but I do enjoy it as a healthy carb for me these days. It's also lower on the glycemic index. There's even been, my mom was sending me research recently where when it comes to bread, y'all know I always make fun of my own freezer bread, but turns out that if you bake the bread fresh, freeze it, then reheat it, it lowers its glycemic index and the way it impacts your body by like half or something crazy like that. So it's all that insulin resistant starch stuff. So that's normally how I eat mine. So I'm actually making it even better for me on accident just because I don't eat it very often. Oh yeah, it'll be a great meeting. It was day one. They actually had a pretty good, successful day today. So it should be a good meeting. I just have a few questions from a client that I want them to answer for me. So I definitely want to be there and be early and prep to make sure I have everything. So I'm going to let y'all go for this evening. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. What were your guesses of Advent? Are you doing well? Are you 0 for 0? I still love you anyway. I'm just happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're watching the replay or that you can join me live in the chat. All the live streams this week again will be at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we'll run for about 30 minutes or so. So if you have some time to stop by, I'd love it. If not, I'll see you when I see you. And until next time, I'll see you real soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Good night, everybody.